Hi, I'm Josh Juno, NetBeans user and member of the NetBeans Dream Team. I've been using NetBeans for a long time now, and not only does it make me more productive, but it also is a joy to use. Today, I'm going to show you the top 5 features that I love about NetBeans. Starting with number 1, expression language support. I love the expression language support within NetBeans. I use Java server faces for many of my web application projects, so I'm always working within JSF views and binding components to my JSF managed beans. The NetBeans expression language support makes this extremely easy, as it provides auto-completion so that I can easily select the managed bean field or method of my choice. This not only makes me more productive, since it means I have to type less, but it also makes my code less error-prone, and makes it easy for me to select what I need without requiring me to remember the exact identifier for fields or methods from memory. Many of my JSF controller names are long, and they contain different properties or methods. The expression language auto-completion makes it easy to begin typing a controller name and then having the matching controllers for the selected project appear in the list. Number 2, Maven support. For most of my applications, I utilize Maven so that I can easily manage my project builds, dependency management, reporting, and documentation from a central piece of information, the project object model, or POM file. NetBeans provides excellent support for Maven-based projects. Even if a Maven project is not created within NetBeans, one can still open it within NetBeans to gain the advantages of using this productive IDE. In NetBeans, Maven projects have an easy-to-use and well-organized structure. When it comes to Maven-based web applications, all the web pages are in their own folder, as are the REST services, test packages, and dependencies. Another nice feature is the easy management of dependencies. For instance, it is easy to add dependencies to a project by right-clicking on the dependencies folder. To create a Maven-based project, just select New Project, Maven, and then select the project type that you'd like. Once a project has been generated, you can always right-click on the project and choose Open POM to view the project object model and manage your Maven project. Number 3, entity classes from database. I'm constantly creating new entity classes to work with databases. Using the NetBeans entity classes from databases allows me to select one or more database tables, and the entity classes for those tables are then automatically generated. NetBeans also provides the option to generate named query annotations for persistent fields. This feature alone is a significant time saver. To create EJB entity classes from the database, first ensure that you've registered a valid database connection with NetBeans via the Services tab, and if you've not already done this, then the wizard will allow you to generate such a connection. Next, right-click on the source packages and choose New Entity Classes from Database. Then choose a data source and select the tables that you'd like to create entity classes for. NetBeans will then do all the legwork for you, generating the entity classes and allowing you to continue focusing on your application, rather than mapping database fields to Java objects. Of course, you can fine-tune any of the entity classes before they are generated using the NetBeans Wizard options. Another nice feature that is in relation to the entity classes from Database Wizard is the RESTful Web Service Wizard. You can also create RESTful web services from database tables, entity classes, or even from patterns. To do this, simply right-click on the source packages and choose New Web Services and choose the option that suits your needs. The REST Wizard is very easy to use. It also saves lots of time, and it allows you to focus on your business logic rather than simple object mapping. Number 4, the Chrome plugin. Since NetBeans IDE 7.4, I've been making use of the Chrome plugin for lightning-fast web page development. Using the plugin, I can modify a JSF view or HTML5 page and then instantly see the changes in the browser. The interaction between the browser and the IDE is beneficial for doing things such as for pinpointing CSS styles applied to elements of a page. For instance, if you select an element in the browser window, you can see the styles that are applied to that element being highlighted within the IDE browser DOM window. The plugin also lets you change the layout of the browser window to match the standard sizes for different devices such as tablets and phones. This makes it easy to see how your web pages will lay out across different devices. No matter if you're working with a desktop, mobile, or universal projects, this plugin will make your life much easier. Number 5, version control integration. Are you tired of using the command line to work with your Git, Mercurial, or SVN repositories? Or maybe you don't mind a command line, but you'd rather have an integrated way to manage your application repository while working with your application files. Whether you use Git, Mercurial, or Subversion, NetBeans IDE has you covered. I've used Mercurial for years, and NetBeans IDE provides seamless integration for projects that contain Mercurial repositories. It's easy to perform diff, commit, and see the history. I've also utilized Git quite a bit, and the integration is just as good. Simply right-click on the project or a particular file to access a plethora of features for your version control. That does it. These are just a handful of my favorite features of NetBeans IDE. The IDE makes development much easier, and I could never imagine going back to a text editor and working from the command line. I'm Josh Juneau, and I hope I've shown you some useful features of NetBeans, and we'll talk again soon. Until then, happy coding.